Hello and welcome back to the Multi to One podcast. I'm Erin.
I'm Jess.
And today we are out for the spin-outs in COTA that were this weekend as we're filming.
Let's go.
For starters, shall we just go straight into the penalties, because the FIA were really cracking down this week on it. But
yeah, there's a lot of controversies around these penalties, and we all have very different opinions. You'll also notice we haven't got Amy again this week. We apologise.
She's not well.
She's not well again. I'm also, however, not well. So if I have to mute my mic,
10 seconds to walk on.
University of Common Good. Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, while we're on the topic of penalties, right? George Russell was an icon, right? We're gonna get into that a bit later, but the last lap penalty, right?
Last lap. Okay.
Whose fault was it?
Guys, we cannot, however, express our opinions on this matter, okay? We are simply not allowed. But just know we have our opinions.
We have our opinions.
And they're both completely different opinions.
Yeah, they're both very different
But they're very different, but they're very much this.
I feel like
they have a common ground.
If one of them was going to get a penalty, both of them should have. That's what I think.
I think we have a common ground, but our opinions also differ. Slightly. But that's mainly towards team biases and not...
The team biases in the FIA, like Toto Wolff has said himself, it was a team bias in his opinion. But while we're still on spin-outs of COTA, why were there so many crashes, bro? Like,
what do you mean George spun out in the same corner and then, like, the next day Lewis spins out into that corner?
But here's the thing, I was actually really concerned for George because I'd just seen him just zoom by and I was we're going to have a repeat of Silverstone here. Somebody's going to get sent to hospital.
And apparently it was the upgrades that made them spin?
Yeah.
So, Mercedes, what are you up to?
What are you up to right now?
That's concerning if your upgrades are spinning your drivers out.
It's not a very good idea. But like the state of the track wasn't it either. I get they tarred it and stuff, but
Max said it was fun because you got bumpy, smooth, and you're like, that might be fun, but it's also
dangerous.
And like to drive on it, you're adjusting to different types of tarmac rather than. Which, I mean, they're obviously trained to do, but it's still not.
And
it still can be dangerous.
The thing is, right, if you want a genuinely good circuit, either retard the full thing or don't do it at all.
Yeah.
There's no in between there.
Literally.
Like, I think that's quite gross. Right, the team radios of this weekend were a bit chaotic, right? We've obviously got George Russell being a maniac, the simple what for the penalty he got. He was so flabbergasted. And then there's obviously Ferrari coming in for Carlos, being like, yeah, you need to do more brake on turn one with more. And Carlos is like, I don't understand. Right, if Carlos doesn't understand it, how the hell are we meant to understand it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, he's the driver here.
He's the driver. Right, Ocon getting the fastest lap will forever baffle me, right? Give that back to Colapinto.
Yeah.
Right.
What happened to Ferraris were fighting for it, Colapinto got it, and then Ocon goes and puts on new tyres. Just as Colapinto said in an interview, goes and puts on fresh tyres to get fastest lap. What happened to saving the planet?
Exactly.
Isn't that what F1's turning into now?
Yeah.
We were all about, oh yeah, let's go carbon fibre. Carbon fibre.
But I'm going to let Jess overtake while we hop into segment 3, which is Ferrari.
Hello people. Hi, my specialty. Anyways, we got a Ferrari 1-2. We got Carlos up on that podium, 1 and 2. Leclerc win. I was over the moon. What in that overtake? Hello. What do you mean? Leclerc moved around a corner and had to look back to see if he actually did pass the 3 cars.
He had to be like, wait, what?
He was like, wait, what?
What is going on? Like,
and to be fair, like, I feel like Charles has the advantage of knowing how to race Max.
Yeah.
In this situation, he knew Max. Since growing up racing,
the rivalry's been going on since they were.
And they know each other's driving styles. Yeah. So, like, Charles knew Max would be going aggressive, but also knew what way he would go.
Yeah.
To block Lando, and he took that opportunity.
Jess is running on the delusion that Ferrari can still win.
They can win constructors technically as long as they're both up there. Sorry guys, I do have opinions.
Yeah.
No.
But again, we're back on the tradition of Lando not doing well when he's on pole, which
Did you know?
We're not doing the monster truck one.
Lando has the same amount of wins from his own poles than Charles has with wins from his poles.
Yeah. Which is mental to think about.
It's quite funny.
It's actually quite funny to think about. But while we're on the topic of iconic duos being on podiums, we had a Carlando podium in the sprint. Oh my god! Alright, as a forever Carlando girlie, I have never been happier to see they two on a podium again.
I got Max on the podium.
Yeah, she's happy she got Max on the podium. I'm happy I got Carlando on the podium because Carlando was like the duo that sucked me right back into F1.
Max won the sprint race. We've not saw Max win in so long.
Yeah, we haven't seen Max win in what? Like, it's October right
so
now.
long.
Yeah, I didn't won
Since
since June.
June, yeah. And it was a sprint race.
It was a sprint race again.
It didn't even matter.
So,
I
mean,
was
it's
so heartbroken.
it's worth
one.
it in the
It's like 1
championship.
point, 2 points.
Yeah, but it's still worth it in the championship.
Every little point counts.
Every point does count when it comes to like the World Drivers' Championship, which by the way is the gap is getting a bit bigger again now, which is getting a bit scary.
Well, to be fair, I don't know how Max has kept that like the same amount of gap from Lando.
Yeah,
Like throughout it all.
it is insane to me.
Like especially when Max wasn't doing well, that gap has stayed like 50.
Yeah.
And honestly, we know Max is a good driver.
Yeah,
And
we
we
all
know-
know. We've all seen the 2023
And
season.
we're going to all be honest, if Max was in that McLaren, it would be over for everyone. It'd
Yeah,
be
that
like
is
it
true.
would be like 2023, 2022 again.
Yeah, but when we're talking about drivers who could do so much better, Yuki Tsunoda got outdone by a rookie.
Doesn't surprise me. I'm not gonna hate because I love Yuki.
I
right?
love Yuki.
I love
right.
Yuki, but the whole thing about him getting promoted from Red Bull, I just don't think he should. I
No.
think there's plenty of other people that would
Someone
be...
who's recently retired should be back in that
Yeah.
Red Bull seat, but here we are.
Wonder who. No, I feel like there's a lot of other people that I believe would perform better in that Red Bull
Yeah.
seat.
And it really
Oh
sucks.
man, get Oscar in there.
Are we trying to give Mark Webber a heart
I
attack?
think we are, yeah, at this
Like,
point.
There's a photo going around on Twitter. I don't know how many of like our listeners have actually seen it. But there's a photo and it's photoshopped Oscar in the Red Bull.
Honestly,
like,
it's like
overalls, right?
it's given Mad Max era, but like
It does,
Oscar edition.
but also like prime like Menace Seb. But like we're trying. It's like people are trying to give Mark Webber a heart attack, man.
Mark honestly probably won't let that happen. He'll
Mark
see
will not.
himself and go, oh.
No.
But then it also could end up like Seb, where we get Oscar Championship, Oscar Championship, Oscar Championship.
Oscar Championship.
And I would love to see that. I love Oscar.
I
I'm
feel
such
like
an Oscar
watching.
fan.
I do feel like if we put Oscar and Max in the same team, that would be one
That's-
hell.
All hell would break loose.
It would act genuinely. That would go down in F1 history books.
That would be its own segment.
I
in
mean,
itself
Red Bull
because
apparently were scouting Oscar.
Max is aggressive, but Oscar
can drive.
Oscar can drive as well. They're both very, very talented.
Generally, I honestly sometimes think Oscar is his own strategist. Like
It's given every time Leclerc wins is because he ignores team strategy.
exactly. Which you know what? See, sometimes I do fully understand why. Because what the hell do you mean you need to have 26 options of a
What do
plan?
you mean? Oh yeah, plan X. No, change to plan B. And you're like, what do you mean the poor man has to remember a whole alphabet of strategies?
Exactly. That's not right, bro.
It's not fair.
But I think Liam Lawson's doing well. Obviously, Liam had experience in the car when Danny Rick broke his wrist. Was it Zandvoort he broke it? Yeah, because he threw up the middle finger to it, which I still think is iconic.
Because it was him trying to avoid the crash with Oscar.
Oscar, yeah, it was Oscar.
It was
or
like
the wall.
because if he T-boned Oscar, that could have been serious, like
which
fatal.
is really scary to think
So
about.
it's good that he took that.
Right. While Liam's being mentioned, right, and we're talking about drivers who need to retire, right? What do you mean Liam Lawson had beef with Fernando Alonso?
Yeah, can we talk about
right?
that was the highlight of this whole weekend for me, by the way, is just seeing Fernando have this beef with Liam. It was like, plus if you add on top of that Liam's 60 place grid penalty.
Yeah, like bro, like I want to like talk about Crofty really quickly for that one, right? I think it was Crofty or Ted Kravitz. I can't or Brundle. I really can't remember, right?
One of them.
It was one of the Holy Trinity for Sky Sports commentators, right? Said after being gifted by Daniel Ricciardo a new engine and a 60 place grid penalty, can we not
That was so funny.
It was.
Like 60 place group.
Did give me a good laugh. Yeah, 60 places. Here's your first race back, man. You're starting halfway down the track.
He did as much.
He did
well.
He did do really well. And you know what? I feel like a lot of the rookies have been coming in really showing, like, proving themselves here.
Yeah, a lot of them have.
Like,
but then a lot of them are getting good cars given to them.
Yeah.
Like, get a rookie into, no offence, Alpine.
Jack Doohan, bro. Jack Doohan's really proved himself. I quite like Jack Doohan. I have a bias.
I've not saw him race.
Jack Doohan's ahead of Colapedro in the F2 standings.
That's F2 though. F2 cars aren't fair. They're not.
They're
I've
not?
watched a whole documentary on it. None of them are fair.
There's a documentary on this?
It's on YouTube.
Basically,
I mean, while we're here, I might as well explain it.
Yeah.
To make this episode a little bit longer.
Yeah, why not?
Basically, because F2 is more of like it's more like a pay to win type thing.
Pay to win.
So,
Oh, sorry, Jess is like recording this on our
I'm
camera.
vlogging, people. I'm vlogging. No,
just leave it, girl. It's fine.
But yeah, no, it's more of a. So some engines will cost more. Like, it's not like F1 where they have that.
Did they not have like a big scandal in F2 for a driver's dad paying off the team to give them a worse engine, to give the other like driver a worse engine?
I'm not sure, but I know that.
He went on to be a really famous rally driver because like it was a big scandal about it. I can't remember the kid's name. But it was, you know, the clip that goes around of like the guy being like, I listen to every single team order, I do everything I can, but none of you treat me with respect.
Yeah.
It's that driver that was paid. The team were paid to give him a worse engine.
No, because I know that people can just pay their teams and stuff a certain amount of money, and they will get better engines because you have the range of engines in F2.
Yeah.
The ones that are like supersonic, and the ones that will break down every single race, and you see it. I don't watch F2, but I watch it enough.
We've seen people pay their way into F1 several times.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Yeah.
Wonder how Latifi's doing.
How's Joe getting along?
In the wall. But like, what I don't get, right? Alonso, you've been racing for over 20 years.
Yeah.
Right, your 400th race is this Sunday. Chill out.
His helmet for his 400 race, that was so sick.
It was so
that got
beautiful.
revealed the other day. Yesterday?
I think it was yesterday. I think it's been going about all week though. I seen it yesterday. And
Yeah, I saw it yesterday, and it looks so cool.
Like, Alonso, right? You're the oldest rookie. You've been branded a rookie for the past
No wonder.
20 years.
Get him in his Ferrari stage again.
Just menace. Just
Yeah.
bring back him
Nando.
being an absolute menace, man.
I want to see them weird celebrations again. We need more stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean we get a punch into the air? Nah,
Yeah.
bring back Fernando throwing himself around the place.
Bring back the Monaco swan dive.
Yeah.
Like, bring back Mark Webber doing the backflips into it and that. Like, we need the proper celebrations.
They were so much more fun to watch.
Exactly, and it's kind of
What
sad
do you mean?
now.
Oh, they stand on top of the car and put a fist into the air. Meanwhile, Fernando was doing like cat ears and like
The Nando
weird
cat ears.
swans
He's
and
so
dancing.
Funny, though. Like,
It was honestly elite.
Nando's prime was like the best era of F1, I can't lie. But like, what I don't get, right? We all heard Oscar's NASCAR comment quite recently.
Oh, we all heard that one, yeah.
Which I think is quite funny because when Danica Patrick's standing 2 meters away from you and you're taking the mic out of like NASCAR, I think that's actually quite funny.
Like, oh yeah, maybe we should just
Ban Danica Patrick.
maybe we should just fight it out ourselves.
Yeah, like honestly, I fully agree with that. Bring back scrapping in F1. Like, we've seen plenty of clips of people scrapping in the gravel. Like, it should be done.
Yeah.
Right, like, fight it out.
It should be, also shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be because obviously
Obviously.
the FIA will come in and just be like, no, community service order for you. We've seen that with Max in 2018?
What, for pushing Ocon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
scrapping Ocon, yeah. It wasn't even a scrap, it was just like,
It was
come
just-
ahead.
It was like Max just shoved him back slightly.
We shoved him that hard. He felt like he like fell back off the scales and that. Like that
Yeah.
was a punch. Like,
Nothing.
Okay. But I think obviously it was the first Austin that a lot of fans seen without Danny Rick being present.
And it honestly was heartbreaking. Like,
Dude was having the time of his life in Disneyland. By the way,
He was, but what do you mean? My man wasn't on a horse.
Yeah, but we got the Enchante pop-up shop, which, by the way, some of that like beautiful.
Beautiful. And he was FaceTiming fans.
Yeah, like I would have loved a FaceTime call from Daniel Ricciardo. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like,
Wouldn't love a FaceTime call from Daniel Ricciardo.
I think I'd actually start crying. I can't lie.
No.
Like, they're just like. I get like a FaceTime from an unknown number, open as Danny Rick, and I'm gonna just start sobbing hysterically.
I'd keep my cool, man.
No, I couldn't. I would start like sobbing like a little fangirl. Like I'm a little fangirl deep down. But
Real.
obviously Daniel Ricciardo has officially dropped that he's retired based on a photo. I think it was Corey posted
Of the hat.
of that with like him wearing the little hat, and he's having the time of his life. He was in Anaheim, according to someone on Twitter. Him and Heidi were out.
I'm gonna have to turn this volume up so much. Mate.
Sorry guys,
Yeah.
I can't sit still, and these chairs are so uncomfortable right now.
No, neither can I. I'm really uncomfortable today.
It's one of those days, but I do think we got a video actually last night of Danny Rick doing carpool karaoke again to In Bloom by Neck Deep, which is so cute to me. Like I'm a diehard Neck Deep fan, right? So like seeing Danny Rick singing along Neck Deep with a big smile on his face.
It was very fun
after
to watch.
everything. But we did get a bit of less than stellar news because RB are feeling guilty about how they handled Danny's situation. Which you know what? They should, right? That's the consequences of your actions, bro. Like
you don't give him. He's a legend. That's the sport.
He's a veteran, bro. Like,
and you don't give him a proper send off.
It's just weird to me.
Like.
But in this sport, 13 years, and that's how you say goodbye.
And like thinking about people that love that man. Like that man.
We were saying this.
That man might not be a world champion, but he's made his mark.
Yeah, he has made his mark in several ways. He's honestly one of like the biggest icons in F1. Like,
yeah.
Dare I say it? But
what
he
do you
is.
mean? You're just not giving him a proper send off after everything he's done.
Like,
after
my God. But I'm glad he managed to get over his fear of dogs. He may have broke a fireplace, but actually, no, the dog broke the fireplace. It wasn't Danny.
Oh yeah, it wasn't Danny. It was a dog. Yeah.
Danny might push him off, but it doesn't matter.
No.
But since IndyCar season's like coming to an end right now, we've got Pato O'Ward now upgraded to a reserve for the F1.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm so happy.
Get Pato in. Let's go.
I love Pato so much. He's such an icon.
I love Pato.
I do think him as a reserve would be really good for like Mexican fan bases. So all I'm saying is, right, let me cook. I'm kidding.
I have to cut it off.
I know
exactly where she's going
with
that.
You know fine where I'm going with that.
Because my opinion's the exact same. But we shall keep it out.
Yeah. But like what I don't get, right, is why bring in someone who's not going to be there a lot of the time?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, Mick's a reserve, isn't he? Mick Schumacher. He's a reserve
for
Merck. I still can't believe was he not in the paddock on Sunday?
He was, I think.
Yeah, he was in the paddock. Obviously, we had Jensen and Brittany coming in to say hi, which was great for my heart because I've missed Jensen as a commentator. He's so funny.
He's only funny if he's dealing with
Danica.
Like, that is the funniest, his facial expressions. Or like, was it last year when he just moved her mic away from her?
Yeah, he was just like, stop talking.
And
right, you're not doing yourself any justice.
This man is such
an
icon.
What I don't get, right, see, I can't believe I'm saying this myself, right, but if drivers can't talk about politics, right, why are pundits doing it? Right? And I have reasoning, I have evidence of this, that Danica Patrick has done that several times in the public eye.
Mm-hmm.
For less than stellar beliefs. But
yeah.
Yeah, so I really don't like Danica Patrick. And I know a lot of the fan base will agree with me on that. And it really sucks.
I'm a Jensen Button girl.
As a Jensen Button girly, right? But like, I think just the sheer knowledge that Danica, by the way, I'm just being for real. NASCAR and IndyCar are very different rules to Formula 1, right?
Yeah, very, very, very different.
So why is she at the F1?
Yeah, get her gone.
Right. If she's yeah, exactly. If she's an ex-NASCAR and IndyCar driver, what is she doing in F1?
We get her back to IndyCar and NASCAR.
Exactly.
Let her commentate that.
Commentate that, girlie.
Go do your thing. Commentate that.
Yeah.
Stay clear here. You know what? Just have Brittany be there. Just have Brittany be the commentator.
Yeah. Life
would be so much happier, much peaceful.
Or dare I say it, right? dare I say it, now Danny Rick's retired.
Yeah.
Get him on.
Ricardo's commentator.
Be him and Nico in the commentary box with Crofty would be
No,
the
but then you
funnest
have
ever.
when they go and interview drivers, and it'll just be like, you'll get Maxie.
Max be
you'll
like,
get...
I miss you!
It would be so cute.
Oh, it'd be adorable. It would be adorable, but I think the best thing we've seen recently is David Coulthard talking to Lando in Singapore. Because the way he just grabbed that water and just went, right.
Yeah, I know. That was so funny.
Honestly, I did the same.
I was like, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, like, Singapore's roasting. So
Yeah,
much
no.
COTA, by the way. Like, what?
But Singapore is Singapore. It's always
Singapore,
like
it's
that.
humid, but
It's dangerous,
like,
is what it is.
dangerous. But since we're going into Mexico, right, we're going to chuck in our predictions on here to save me writing them out because I'm tired of having to write them out.
Guys, you will get this shoey eventually. We did forget when we were last
We have
out.
all forgotten. I'm actually getting up who came up closest for the Singapore, not Singapore, sort
Mexico,
of
I'm
bets.
putting my bets that Max wins.
Delusion. I got the top 3 in quali right. You and Amy got 1 and 2 right. You got Lando and Max right. Amy got Carlos Bean right. We got the podium. We got 1 each on the podium. Amy got 1 on the podium as well. And that was me and you were Max and Amy's was Carlos again.
My bets for Mexico, I'm not saying it in any particular order, to be fair.
No.
Max, Charles, and Oscar.
Really?
Max, Charles, and Oscar.
I'm thinking we're gonna get probably Lewis, hopefully. Lewis, Lando, and Carlos. That's.
Oh, we've went. Oh no.
There, but
Lewis, Lando, and Carlos.
yeah, Lewis, Lando,
And I've
Carlos.
just went Max, Charles, and Oscar.
Mhm.
We've went
Completely
polar
different.
opposites. We've got 2 teammates against each other,
Yeah.
and 2021 all over again.
Oh, God, I'm not having this
Well,
again.
guys, you find out next
Yeah.
week.
Who do you think's getting a penalty?
Oh.
I think George Russell. I honestly think Russell's gonna get another penalty, and he's just gonna be sitting there like, "What did I do wrong, bro?"
You know what? Checo.
Checo, right? Home state, right then.
Checo and
Okay, Megan Ocon. Dare I say it?
yeah, well they're always on the table for penalties. I'm trying to think of someone else who might possibly. They're always there. They're always.
I'm looking at Amy's ones from SOTA, right? She had Bottas and Albon down for penalties.
Yeah.
That's a mental one. But you know what?
You know what?
Valtteri never got one in Texas. It was George who got one for.
Can we just get Kimmy to get a penalty in FP1?
What? How are you going to give him a penalty in FP1, bro? Overtaking track limits? Like.
No, man, he'll spin out like he did last time.
Speaking of spin outs, DNFs. Checo. Checo, Stroll, and Ocon. That's my 3 for DNFs.
Who would have thought that's such a way?
Who would have thought?
I think something will happen down in the Williams garage again.
Oh.
I think we'll have an Alex DNF.
I think maybe a Gasly retirement again, like Silverstone. Not Silverstone. Yeah, what's Silverstone?
Maybe, or we'll just go really wild and just kick a Sauber out.
Zhou Guan Yu. There we go. Zhou Guan Yu's
There
the
we
table.
go.
Right. I'm gonna be so fair. I actually think Zhou Guan Yu is such an underrated driver. I love Zhou Guan Yu. I feel like you give him a semi-decent car, he'll pull a Nico Hulkenberg, mate. Nico Hulkenberg, right? Let me cook on that. Let me talk. Let me talk. I don't know why I went English. I do think Nico Hulkenberg's been doing really good for that tractor of a car. Sorry.
Give him a good car. He'll be like Nico Hulkenberg. Man's just been in this sport for how long and hasn't got a podium?
Because he's only been in really horrendous teams.
You've just said, oh yeah, gives you a good car, and you'll be like Nico Hulkenberg.
I said decent. By good, I meant decent. I didn't mean...
Decent's not Haas.
No, I mean like...
Decent. Oh.
Jess has just lost the nail, guys.
Guys, I've got 2 fingers.
Right, so Jess is down to 2 nails and 1 finger. Okay, Okay.
I'll insert a picture on the podcast account when this episode goes up. You can enjoy that.
But like, I do feel like it gives you like a semi-decent car. Okay, I'm gonna talk sense.
We move on from this conversation.
No, like, listen to me, right? No, like, I'm being serious, right? You give it. Okay.
This is definitely a clip and a half.
No, like, all I'm saying is, right, you give him like a semi-decent car, you give that man a Williams, and I feel like you drag that up to the top.
You give that guy a Williams, guys. I said my decent car. You give that guy a Williams.
Cola Pinto can do it. Why can't
That's
you?
because Cola Pinto he's good.
So is Joe. I don't care what anybody says. Joe Guanyu's a good driver, right?
Bottas can get the Sauber higher than Joe can.
That's because Bottas has more.
I'm sure of that. If Esteban and Ocon can get that Alpine higher than that Sauber can get itself, and Alpine's worse.
That's all I'm saying, right?
Right, like all I'm saying is none of them can be upgraded to better.
But then again, right? Bottas has experience in Mercedes and Williams, so that man knows how to drive a bad car.
Yeah,
right?
experience in Mercedes where he
never got paid. That's Williams I'm talking about. Never got paid at Williams.
No, it was Mercedes was the whole. Oh yeah, I guess Lewis has to win.
Oh, I was just texting her there. By the way, see while we're talking about like, oh yeah, this person has to win. I recently, for the Fernando thing, I was doing a lot of research.
Absolute idiot.
Felipe Massa.
Sorry,
I was.
That's the other thing, but we can't talk about that.
I was doing a lot of research, into him and Felipe Massa, right? And well, since Brazil's in a couple of weeks, I feel like I should just drop this in here. Do you guys think about the time that Felipe Massa was nearly arrested for following team orders?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean, bro? Bro was told he's gonna be leaving the country in handcuffs.
Yeah.
Because basically they have, like, Brazil has this, like, law to it, like, equal, like, fair entertainment, which basically means no team orders. Because team orders were banned at the time of that happening, right?
Yeah.
Because all the stuff that happened in 2003, Michael Schumacher, right? Understandable.
Yeah.
Right? But, like, bro, what do you mean, like, they were banned?
Crazy.
I'm so baffled about the fact that he nearly got arrested. Right? Like
it's weird, but it's funny.
Honestly, but see Nico, right? Nico Hulkenberg, right? Give that man a good car, please.
Yeah, please give him a good car.
Right.
I literally beg. I beg for him to have the Audi seat in 2026.
Honestly,
I'm
real.
sitting praying. I'm praying for a Hulkenberg and Carlos.
That would be such
back.
a good duo, though. It's the Renault duo.
Yeah, exactly. Bring them back.
Bring them back. I was saying, like, obviously I had the delusion when Danny Rick was talking. He was like, oh yeah, he's gonna sign with Sauber and we're gonna get the Renault duo back again. We never got the Renault duo back. The man has not signed, which is quite devastating to admit. But right, let me cook on this. Binotto's coming back. So we're going to get even more trouble. Jess is just side-eyed the ever-loving Christ out of me there. Jesus.
Oh,
but
Binotto's coming back. I'm so happy.
Binotto's coming back.
So happy.
No, but like, I mean, like, I feel like he's had a bit of time to mature and traumatise less drivers.
Big George.
This Big George.
They've got 619 followers and all they've posted is that.
It's Nikita Mazepin.
Sorry, guys.
Do you think Mazepin's ever going to come back? I feel like every year, for the past couple of years, there's always been a rumour Nikita Mazepin's going to come back.
Follow me? No.
No, just ignore him, bro.
No, I said hey back.
Oh, you psychopath. Just put the phone down, right?
Okay.
But, like, right, the constructors right now is still really good in my case because we all know why.
Yeah, championship's good in my case, people.
Shut up.
No, the tweet for constructors is doing really well in my case now. We're within 40 of what? Red Bull?
So that means
which means
you're 48 with a McLaren.
Yeah. And how many? 5 races left.
That's if Bottas doesn't go bowling.
All I'm saying, 5 races left. Some more Ferrari 1-2s and we're up. We're done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like Ferrari constructors again for once.
Yeah.
Long time no see.
Honestly,
Really,
yeah. Sorry, I'm
really
typing
long
back
time.
to my cousin right now. She thinks my Instagram's been hacked. It's a fake scam account. Ignore it.
Yeah, Erin's had some trouble.
I can't believe that. Like, what type? Like somebody messaged me when I was talking about the fact that my Instagram got hacked, saying the words "you're now a niche, you're a niche internet micro celebrity," right? Do you know how long it took me to comprehend what the hell that meant? Right? Oh my god, Jess has just found the phone stand. Right, we might be getting audio ones. We might be getting videos incoming if Jess can sort this out.
Wait, oh my god.
Oh my god, let her cook.
Oh my god!
Yes! Right. But like niche micro celebrity is a mental sentence to say out loud.
I'll check the camera.
Yeah. So basically, guys, as Halloween is next Thursday, me and Jess are doing a duo costume.
Haha.
Right.
You'll like it.
Y'all want to guess? Put your guesses on Twitter, bro. I don't care. Tag us on Twitter. Right.
Tag us on Twitter. Put your guesses somewhere.
The Twitter account, by the way, has been getting a lot of views, and it's actually kind of scary.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought like.
The TikTok is the TikTok bang. I posted a TikTok on our multi-one account, right? And it's just a photo of Mark Webber with that stupid, that's a wide stance, my guy, audio. And that banged for no reason.
Like, that did decently well, and we're like, what?
You know how scary that is? Like, the most unhinged stuff just bangs for no reason. So, Jess is rifling through a paper cabinet right now. Okay, girl. But I think that's us. So, thanks for listening. I've been Erin.
I've been Jess.
And we'll see you all post-Mexico, pre-Brazil. We'll see you in Halloween, pretty much.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, we'll be filming on Halloween.
We'll be filming on
you
Halloween.
guys won't get us on Halloween.
No, you won't get us on Halloween.
You'll get the Halloween costumes.
You'll get the Halloween costumes, though.
And we'll look great.
Yeah. I still need to actually finish mine. I need the red bull.
I need to do so much for mine, honestly.
You need to put on a Ferrari top, chill out.
It's so hard.
Right. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye guys.